Hey guys, thanks for coming by. My name is Jason Perry. I want to take a second here and talk to you about one of our workshops. The workshop is one of our most attractive programs because it is the biggest, easiest way to skyrocket your business and literally crush your competition, whether or not you've been in the business for a month or 10 years. Specifically, what we're going to talk about is how to leverage online video literally to crush your competition. And I'm being completely serious. It is a way that it does not matter, regardless if you've been in the business for less than a year or 20 years. I can put someone who's been in the business for 3 months and have them perceived as an expert more so than someone who's been in the business for 20 years. Huge, huge, huge thing to get if you can follow in on this. So this is our workshop. Let's see what it's about. It's about pre-selling, and we're going to cover pre-selling. So pre-selling literally is the way in which you can change the perception of your prospect, of you in your prospect's eyes before they even meet you. You can have people sold on doing business with you before they even meet you, before they even shake your hands, before you pick up the phone, before you have any interaction with them at all. You can have them sold on doing business with you. We're going to talk about online video. Huge, huge, huge point. You can perfect your message. You can deliver that message exactly when your prospect is looking for it. What that means is 10 o'clock at night, when they're looking for information on a particular town, type, property, rehab homes in a particular town, a rural development property and such, a specific farm property in here. Those sort of things, you and your message will be delivered instantly at the time that they're looking for that information. We're going to talk about how you educate and how you don't sell. Selling is old school. Educating is now. You educate, then you sell. But you don't outwardly sell. Your education sells. Just like years ago, they talk about Faith Popcorn coined a term called cocooning, and what that is basically when you get rid of everybody else and you keep your close-knit folks. Online video as well as social media are both key ways in which you can take that information, look for what you're looking for, do the research, do the recon, do all this stuff on your own, 10 o'clock at night, 5 o'clock in the morning, whenever you're looking to do it, and then you reach out to who you deem valuable and who you deem that you want to be part of your team. That's where pre-selling comes into play, and that's where online video can be an important part of that. We're going to also talk about go fishing. Everyone likes fishing. It's coming into the later part of the year right now, but nonetheless, people still fish, whether or not it's spring, summer, fall, winter. Here's what fishing means in the online video world. We want to make sure we have tons of lines in the water, tons of hooks in the water. All we know is that we're fishing, and we're fishing for clients and we're fishing for prospects. What we don't know is what our fish are biting that day. We don't know if they're going to be choosing this particular bait or that particular bait or this lure or that lure. We don't know what it is. We just know that we're looking for fish, and you know what? It's not up for me or you to tell your client, prospect, fish what they should eat. Our goal is to give them a whole smorgasbord of options that they can pick from. Different types. Now, converted. Different videos, different trainings, different educational pieces. You don't know what's going to attract them, but what we want to do is we want to be prolific and have a lot of those out there so that whatever it is, we want to attract them in, and we want to have a system behind the scene to capture it, convert them, and turn them into commissionable dollars. I'm going to show you different ways that you can leverage your time, leverage your education. If you don't have the education, how you can get the education in a short period of time, and how you can leverage it and turn it into multiple videos, 24 videos in an hour. I can show you a way in which you can create in 4 hours. You can literally create over 100 videos. Tons of different things that you can do to leverage your time. Create it once and be done with it. Create it once, add it to the last one, and be done with it. Create it once, add it to the first 2, be done with it. Different ways you can build this up. So by the time you take that, by the time you look back and you realize that you now have 4 dozen different videos, 4 dozen different lines in the water where fish can come by, prospects can come by, pre-sell themselves, educate themselves on you, call you up, they know you better than you know yourself, and say, I want to do business with you. Lastly, we're going to talk about, again, systemizing and duplicating, and that's really the key name of the game here. We want to make sure that we create it once, we duplicate it, we systemize it, and we get it out. We want to make sure that you're not doing the ups and downs that you do in this industry. Great month, poor month. Great month, poor month. We want to make sure that regardless of whether or not you're working a ton of deals, your marketing is always working. We don't want to make you spend your entire month working a ton of deals and then have no time to prospect so that the next month you have a poor month. And then you have a ton of time to prospect, so then you have a great month. We want to get rid of that. We want to make sure that your marketing is consistent across the board. So specifically, we're going to talk about how you're going to teach, how you're going to scale your education, and how you're going to duplicate that education, and how you're going to wrap a system around the entire thing to collect leads and convert them into clients. So that's our How to Use Online Video program to crush your competition. Look forward to having you in the workshop. Thanks for coming by.